We back with another one, and today we're gonna go over a couple crypto passive income strategies. I know my best one, and I figured I'm just gonna watch a couple of these videos and we're gonna react to some of them because right now, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm using crypto.com and it's getting me some pretty good passive income. But without further ado, we'll check out some of the stuff that other creators are doing to make passive income on their strategies. Let's get it rolling right now.
This research report tells you the best way to earn passive income with crypto lending. We've been working on this report for a few weeks because there's a problem. There are just too many options. There are far too many sites and coins to potentially lend out, and there's no one resource that gives the whole picture. So I've decided to take matters into my own hands. Let's rank the top crypto lending sites by average rates offered and coins lent out because this matters. Don't believe me? Let me show you. Let's say you're lending out $10,000 for 20 years. At 8% interest, you would have $49,000 after 20 years. At 10% interest, you would have $73,000. 49% more profit on 2% additional interest. Now, do we know what crypto lending rates will be in 20 years? Absolutely not.
Before he goes too deep, I would argue that in the next couple years, as people adapt into crypto, the interest rates are going to go down, but they're trying to get people in. And I mean, on a US dollar coin on crypto.com, I'm getting 10%. Like, if you put your money in a savings account in the bank, you're getting like 0.01%. So it's not even, I mean, just think about it. Like, if you have debt and you're trying to pay off your debt faster, you could just take that extra money and put it in a US dollar coin. And as long as your interest rate on whatever credit you have is less than 10% or whatnot, maybe you might have a car loan that's 4%, you're making 6% on that loan. So just something to think about.
But the last thing you want to do is look back 20 years from now wishing that you would have just watched all the way through that 10-minute YouTube video on lending. This video has some regular old crypto lending like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but the primary focus is on stablecoin lending because this is where you can earn sometimes as high as 50% interest passively.
Whoa, I was just talking about 10%. He's talking about 50%.
Now, before we get into the data, we need to cover the types of stablecoins that we're looking at because it's important to be able to differentiate which one is best for you. The first type of stablecoin is Fiat Collateralized. This is the most common type and for good reasons. Generally, you want a stablecoin to act like a dollar and be stable as, a dollar. So it makes sense to back a stablecoin one-to-one with a dollar. So here's how it's generally supposed to work. You have $100 in fiat that you want to trade for a stablecoin. You go ahead and make the trade. Your US dollars go into the stablecoin's reserve, and then they mint $100 in stablecoin tokens that they give to you. When you sell, the opposite is supposed to happen. They send you the US dollars back, and they burn the $100 in extra tokens, keeping everything equal. Now, I say supposed to because the biggest stablecoin of them all, Tether, has some major concerns in the past with proving that they actually have 100% US dollar reserves for every Tether token issued. They do have an audit from February showing that they hold adequate reserves. However, many feel that there's much more to this story. So much so that there's currently a $1 million bounty for any information leading to a discovery on Tether's true reserves. Now, one thing we do know is Tether holds a lot of commercial paper instead of just cash in their reserves. Commercial paper is basically a form of short-term debt. Now, this is okay, except we don't know who they're lending it to. The problem is Tether is by far the largest stablecoin, and they have the most options and best lending rates on platforms despite all of these concerns, so it's something you need to consider. Some people will say they will never use Tether, and others think it's safe enough. No matter where you stand on this issue, I'm going to give you options for a variety of stablecoins. That way you can choose the one that works best for you. The next is BUSD. BUSD is Binance's stablecoin, which is facilitated by Paxos. Paxos goes above and
See, now that's interesting. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even know Binance had a US dollar coin.
beyond to show that they have proper reserves in place for their stable coins issued. They release a third-party audited reserve report every single month. On here, you can see their dollars in the bank versus tokens issued. $922 million in reserves and 922 million tokens issued. The third collateralized option on the list that we'll be examining today is USDC. USDC is a joint venture between Coinbase and Circle. They also have third-party audit reports done on a monthly basis, which you can find on their website, and this will show you exactly what is in their reserves and the total tokens issued. As of the last audit, they have $32 billion in reserves and 32 billion tokens issued. And finally, we're going to include a crypto-backed stablecoin in our research. These work a little bit differently. So the first three tokens, USDT, USDC, and GUSD, were backed by US dollars in a centralized reserve. MakerDai is much more decentralized and backed by a variety of other crypto tokens. It's decentralized because DAI is facilitated by a smart contract where you can deposit a crypto like Ethereum or the Comp token and receive DAI in return. To protect reserves against volatility, DAI is actually over-collateralized, meaning that they have more money in their reserves than tokens floating around. For example, if you wanted $100 in DAI, you would have to put up $150 in Ethereum as collateral. So now that you have more context on the stablecoins that we're going to cover, you can decide the coin and the method of investing that you'd like to use as we go through our data. The first platform on the list is Yearn Finance. Yearn is a DeFi platform built on Ethereum that allows you to earn interest on your cryptos without a financial middleman.
I'm not even going, before he goes too deep, pause. I just find it interesting. There's so many websites that do all of these things. And I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but I get kind of nervous when they get to talking about these websites that I haven't heard about. So if you're somebody that's big into it, please put me on game and in the comments, because I want to get more. I mean, he said 50%. That means if I gave you $100 in a year, you'd give me 150 back. That's crazy. Like, I need to figure out how to do that, but I don't know. Some of these are like a little sketchy, and then you got all the rug pulls and all that stuff that you got to be careful about. You know what I mean?
Here are Yearn's average lending rates. 1.08% for USDT, 3.85% for USDC, and 3.57% for DAI. Now, a point here that I want to make is this report is going off of 30-day average rates. Some of these were actually recorded by hand. But if you go on Yearn or any of these sites and interest rates are slightly different, that's because market conditions can change and these rates tend to fluctuate depending on the exchange or the platform that you're looking at. My main goal here is to find out who is consistently best. Next on this list, we have FTX. FTX is a crypto derivatives exchange founded by 29-year-old multi-billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried. This dude is worth $22 billion. I've actually been thinking about making a mini documentary on YouTube on him. Let me know if you'd watch it. Anyways, as far as stablecoin lending goes, they only offer USDT with average rates of 5.95%. They also offer Bitcoin and Ethereum lending at 1% and 1.35% respectively. Now we have Coinbase. Coinbase is the most famous on the list, but far from the highest rates. You're paying for that user-friendly interface. Coinbase offers 4% interest on USDC, and 2% interest on DAI. The next platform is Compound.
I don't know. Compound is muting. I'm just talking about crypto.com. All right, I'm just continue.
Is an algorithmic DeFi protocol built on Ethereum. They allow a variety of ways to earn interest on your crypto, again without a middleman. But just how much can they make you? With USDT, 6.81%, USDC, 5.74%, and DAI, 3.33%.
So all of those are trash. So what I was saying, I don't know why this audio keeps cutting in and out. That's my fault. But what I was saying was the thing about these interest rates that y'all got to be careful with when you're doing this as the passive income is like they cut them. There's no notification like crypto.com. They just told us last month, if you had over $30,000 in investments in crypto.com, anything after $30,000, they cut the interest rate in half. So there were people, I mean, I don't have $1 million. There's people with millions of dollars that say you had $1 million, you put it in USDT coin, and you're going to get 10% on your money, which is $100,000 a year. Well, they cut the interest rate in half. So after $30,000, the whole $970,000 after that was only at 5%, which, I mean, that's still not bad, but they can come around next month and say, all right, and anything after 30 grand is 2.5%, and now it's not really looking like a great investment. So that's all I was saying when it was cutting it out.
Next up, we have Dydx. Now, my broken sense of humor always wants to just go ahead and pronounce this as Dix, but I'm pretty sure
what? Pause.
that they're brainiacs, and this is named after a derivative function, not, the organ. Anyways, Dydx is another decentralized platform built on Ethereum with lending capabilities. Their USDT rates are 6.81%, USDC 5.74%, and DAI 3.33%. Next up, we have BlockFi. Now, you might be familiar with this as they're a sponsor of mine. BlockFi is interesting because they focus their efforts on making earning interest on your crypto as easy as humanly possible. They're attempting to bridge the gap between crypto and old school banking. Here, you're not going to see the absolute highest rates possible, but the user experience is the best of any platform I've used on this list, so there is a kind of balance and decision to be made there. If you do want to try them out, I'll have a link in the description where you can get $250 in free Bitcoin by making an account. Now on to their rates. USDT lending, 7.5%, USDC, 7.5%, BUSD, 7.5%, and DAI, 8.5%.
My bad, y'all. It's this AC. I got to cut this off. Hold on.
Next up, we have Nexo.io. Nexo is a crypto wallet that allows you to store digital assets, exchange them, and earn interest. They're fairly large with 2.5 million users. But how much do they pay? USDT, 8%. USDC, 8%. And DAI, 8%. We're starting to get up there. 8% is the average returns for the S&P 500, so not too shabby. Next up, we have Celsius, one of the bigger players in the space. Celsius offers cheap transactions, borrowing, and a variety of ways to earn money through lending. But say it with me.
Say it for me one time.
How much do they pay? USDT, 10.02%. We broke double digits. USDC also
now we get into the bag. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I came here for.
2%. DAI, 4.6%, and BUSD, 10.02%. Now, 10% isn't bad whatsoever, especially if you get those returns for a long period of time. If you had $100,000 lent out at 10% for 40 years, you would be looking at $5.3 million in your retirement. But let's keep going, because next we have Venus. I actually wasn't familiar with Venus until starting research on this video, and Venus is a decentralized.
And obviously this is not financial advice because I'm not even smart enough to give it to you. I mean, technically I got the degree for it, but I would never give it. But you gotta do your research on all of these things, because some of these things is YouTube. Just do your research before you start. I can vouch for crypto.com because I've put money in it, a substantial amount of money in it. I did a video on and talked about some of the stuff I had in my portfolio, and I'm actively getting I'm getting money off of it, like with the interest, and I've taken money out of it. So nothing is
platform.
I mean, anything can be hacked, but so far it's been pretty good to me.
For lending and staking built on the Binance Smart Chain. Now, show me those rates.
Show me the money!
USDT, 10.63%, USDC 15.53%, DAI 11.12%, and GUSD 14.19%. Side note, they also offer some attractive lending rates for Cardano at 11.12%. Also,
all right, we might have to look into that one. We're going to put a pin in that one because I might have to look into that.
So if you want to earn passive income on your Cardano that's risk-free, because lending, I guess, isn't 100% risk-free. You can stake your Cardano for about 5% annual interest. And if you would like to stake your Cardano in my stake pool, I would appreciate it, and you'll earn some passive income. All you have to do is delegate to ticker symbol MAX1, or if you want more information on how the pool is run and everything we do in the background, or the charity that we donate to, you can visit stakewithmax.com. Now, next on our passive income pyramid, we have crypto.com. Crypto.com is a full-scale exchange with lending capabilities on a
Yeah, I was going to say, because I was going to pull it up if he didn't. There's people outside the door. Hold on. I'm going to mute me.
variety of stablecoins and classic cryptos. Now, here are their rates. USDT, USDC, and DAI, all 12% annualized. GUSD, 3%. Also, both Bitcoin and Ethereum lending is 6.5% on their site. Now we're on the final stretch here.
I don't like how he just glid past my app. Like, there's so many things on here that you probably already own, that you invested in, that you can probably transfer over. Like when Coinbase, it was Algo. I'm pretty sure it was Algorand. I was getting 3.75% on Coinbase with Algorand. And then just out of nowhere, like last month, they just dropped it to 0.75%. And I noticed on crypto.com that they was doing 3%. So I transferred it over from Coinbase to crypto.com. They have, he said 12%. I'm seeing 8% on USDC. Unless I've got over $4,000 in crypto.com and CRO coin. So I get the next level up. So it's probably 10% for my USDC coins, Polygon. And I'm not going to BS you. I'm so diversified in all this crypto. I'm just hoping one of these is going to hit. I mean, you get a lot of guys, they're going to get on the internet and they're going to tell you they've done their research and all this stuff. I'm looking at these smart people. I'm reacting to it actively as we speak. It's not like stocks. Like I understand stocks and everything. I'm just putting money in, and if it hits, great. I'd love to be the next crypto billionaire that didn't do a ton of work. But if it doesn't, most of the money that I put in, I've got a decent job. Life is going to go on. But that's my rant. So Stellar 3%, VeChain 3%, Cardano 3%. Like if you're in an exchange and you're not getting a percentage on there for like just holding it, I would recommend you transferring it. I've got like six. How many? Let me just see. I've got so many damn apps, because it's like when you want a coin and then they don't have it, you just end up. So I've got Coinbase, Crypto.com, Voyager, Binance. Oh, so it's not that many. I got 4. Is that 4? Trust. Ain't no money in my Trust wallet, but just running through all of this stuff. So Harmony 6%, Shiba Inu. A lot of people. There was a couple people that was in at 3%. Dogecoin 3%. Bitcoin 4%. See, they dropped these. Bitcoin and Ethereum used to be 6%. Now they 4%. So it's a little interesting, but it's a whole list. I could pull it up. I just told you mostly, but so we'll just move on.
Next up, we have another platform that I hadn't heard of until the research for this video, and that is uhodler.com. They offer crypto swaps, crypto loans, which can actually be really nice if you have a ton of crypto gains and you're trying to avoid some capital gains tax. You can just simply lend against your stack. You never have to pay capital gains. And of course, they offer regular old lending where you can earn some passive income. But what are their rates? USDT, 12.3%, USDC, 12%, and DAI, 12%.
And I would say don't chase the interest rates, because some of these things I've seen people talking about it, and just like anything, especially when you're playing with your money, like it could easily be a scam. You thinking you're buying something and you're actually just giving money to somebody. Like, I mean, even these influencers, some of them, they get on and they promote. We had I was thinking about doing a reaction to it on my dating channel where I forgot his name. But he was talking about Mr. Organic, and he pulled up on him with security, and he was basically, Mr. Organic was promoting a shitcoin. He was promoting a shitcoin, and the guy got, and I can find him while I'm talking about it. But he basically was gonna give him like, I forgot, like 10 grand, and Mr. Organic was gonna promote it to his following, and that's just not something I would do to you. Some things are just not worth money. Like, and even my small channel, this has 40,000, but you see it's like 7 of y'all in here. And I don't know where the audience is at. I mean, they mostly came from shorts anyway, but I've been hit up and offered $1,000 to promote a shit coin, and like I'm like, nah, I'm a pass, like, because before somebody puts 5-10 grand in something and they lose their money, I just couldn't sleep at night, and if someone did something like that to me, I'm not gonna care about the people who are promoting it. I'm gonna care about you, because that's all you have in your life is your word. So that's just me.
Too shabby. Moving on from here is one that you're likely familiar with if you've been watching this channel for a while, and that is Kucoin. I have personally used Kucoin to lend out stablecoins for about 7 months now. In that time, I have personally made $21,000 in interest. That comes out to $104 every single day since I started. But what are their average rates? This was actually one of the tougher platforms.
My bad to go back, but it was Spencer Cornelius, and me and him had a little conversation in the past too, in his comments. But he's a decent guy. But because the thing about some of these people is I appreciate what they do. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate what they do when it comes to like exposing scammers, because it's a lot of scammers. Don't get me wrong. But one person, he went off and scammed. I made a video about it. I'm still getting roasted in the comments like I'm fake. Like, all I said was I worked with Billie Jean, and I'm as skeptical as all of y'all. I'm really cheap with my money. So the only way Billie Jean is marketing, he had a marketing company, and Spencer Cornelius, oh no, that's wrong. It was CoffeeZilla, my bad. But they both ended up talking about it, and I was in the comments. But CoffeeZilla called him a scammer or something like that, and I personally have given him money, like, and the way the whole situation worked is there's a marketing company. They have people that used to do marketing, and like Coca-Cola and people like that would pay them, and instead they thought it would be more profitable just to start a marketing school. So I think I paid them like $700 a month, and they would literally fix my ads, and then from there I would I made like 25 G's off of the shit that off of the stuff that they had taught me. And it'd be little things like that you wouldn't think of, like the way you said a word on Facebook ads, like it all adds up. Or maybe you have too many words in the beginning of your website, like stuff like that, or your landing page. It can deter people. Or maybe something simple like your website, it takes 10 seconds to load because you built it yourself. Like, I made all of my websites. That was the problem I had. My website took too long to load. And the average website, it usually takes 0.5 seconds, and mine was taking 10 seconds, and that deters people from buying. So, and I was selling $500 products. So
to get data from, but the average lending rate that we found is 15.33% for USDT, crazy, and 10.95% for USDC. Now, I can say from my experience that this seems correct. I've seen lending rates on that platform as high as 75% APY and as low as 5%, but neither of those lasted very long. The rates on Kucoin are determined by a free market and what people are willing to pay. So what you'll see is when cryptos are pumping and doing especially well, then lending rates go through the roof. And when crypto is dropping, which happens sometimes, then lending rates drop significantly as well. Also, I will have Kucoin linked in the description where you can save on trading fees if you want to go ahead and try out that platform. Now to the last member on this list, and that is Fulcrum. Fulcrum is a trading, lending.
So we're going to put a pin in Kucoin. I'm going to probably do some research on that because I would love to get 75%. But that sounds like a scam to me, so we'll see.
Staking and borrowing platform. They're similar to Kucoin in that 10% of your lending profits go to an insurance fund to ensure that you don't get stuck in a bad loan. And their rates, I'm glad you asked. USDC, 9.81%. DAI, 3.43%. And USDT, 16.19%, just beating out Kucoin. If you were to invest $100,000 at 16.19% for 40 years, you would end up with $62 million. But again, we don't know how long these rates will stay that high. Now let's do a summary. The winner of this race really depends on which stablecoin you want to go with. If you're okay with USDT, which is the highest maximum rate of any coin here, then Fulcrum or Kucoin may be your best choice. If you want to go with USDC, then Venus is the standout winner at 15.7%, followed by a tie between Crypto.com and uHoldler. For BUSD, Venus wins again, significantly ahead of the others, and DAI is a tie between Crypto.com and uHoldler at a healthy 12%. And there you have it, the best possible lending rates on the web. If you
Interesting. That's my guy. I like him a lot. Max, he's a pretty decent dude. This is my other guy.
What is
I just found his channel, and since, you know, I'm enjoying my day, figured I'd jump on his live and give y'all some content and also educate myself at the same time. It's my boy Juvier. I'm actively making a spit it out. I'm making a video on my dating channel about him. And I didn't even realize my guy had a finance channel, so I'm gonna just run through this video and keep it a buck. If it gets boring, because Max, you know, he got all of those fancy edits and everything. Well, we might cut it off, but it's got some decent views. So
What's good, my people? We are back again with another gem. Listen, you guys asked for it, so today I am delivering it. In my previous video, I put up a video and I basically asked you guys if you guys wanted me to do a whole in-depth video of all my streams of passive income in the whole crypto DeFi space as a whole. And everybody in the comments was like, bro, do it. Josiah, please show us your passive income making abilities. Josiah, please put us onto your passive income. Josiah, how much will you make? All of them was saying that. So I'm like, I might as well. I have to do it. I have to show you guys exactly how much I'm making passively with my cryptocurrency. So in this video, I'm gonna dive into every single crypto investment I'm in that's paying me passive income. I'm not really gonna go into any of like the small ones, like the super small ones that might be paying me like $3, $4, $5 every month or whatever like that. I'm really gonna dive into the ones that I'm in heavily and I will be holding for a very long time. So make sure you guys smash the like button if you guys enjoy these type of videos. Make sure to comment down below any questions you might have, any ideas you might have. A lot of you guys have been DMing me on Instagram at @Juver_. You can DM me if you want. But a lot of you guys have been DMing me some projects that you guys want me to check out. So if you guys want me to check out any projects, just DM it to me on Instagram. I'll hit y'all back. I'll see if you guys out. Got to say
it's all love, bro. But yeah, I get bored easy.
It is too. Make sure you subscribe. You might miss out on the cover. I want to say 3 of passive income, Celsius. I've talked about this app a little while ago. I want to say 3 or 4 months ago. You can go back on my channel. I went into what this is. It's basically a wallet that you hold your cryptocurrency in. You can hold a bunch of different cryptocurrencies. If you come on their website, it tells you all the cryptocurrencies that you can hold, and they basically pay you out.
And let me stop you right there, because I mean, I'm pretty decent off, but some of the stuff, I mean, just saying, like, if you hold in crypto, you should be getting interest on it.
Out interest just for holding your crypto inside there. So instead of you,
and let me say this too, because you get paid in crypto. You know what I mean? So you getting paid in crypto, and like, say for instance, I already told you I got like over $4,000 in CRO coins. So it's at like 40 cents right now, which it might be at like 3,000. But say it goes to $1, that would make it probably like $8,000, and I'm getting 10%. So I'd have, instead of like, say by the end of this year it went up to, I don't know, let's say $5. I've heard some people say that would be 20 G's, and 20 G's, 10% of the 20 G's would be $2,000. I done already made half my money back. I could just take that and do something else with it, and like, I'm still gonna have my CRO. So you gotta kind of look into stuff like that.
Holding your crypto on Coinbase, which does absolutely nothing except for give you your games when the market goes up and down.
Get out of crypto.
You can hold it in Celsius, and you'll be able to earn interest on top of the gains that you make with your cryptocurrency. So I actually have a link inside my description. If you guys want to actually sign up, you could deposit $400 and you'll get $40 worth of cryptocurrency for absolutely free. So if you want to do that, go ahead and do that. But basically, like I said, they have a bunch of different cryptos here. As of right now, I have around $60,000 in there. Just
sheesh, my guy's getting to the bag. That's what I like to hear.
Of Ethereum. I used to have a little bit more, but I took some out just to kind of diversify my portfolio just a little bit more. But I still hold around $65,000 in here. But they have all these coins here, and they all pay out different percentages. And the great thing about Celsius that I like is that they pay out your percentages every single week, so you don't have to wait a month or 2 months or every year to get your percentages. So as of right now, Ethereum is paying 6.27%.
Hold on, let me stop right here, because I don't want to give y'all bad information. This happened, this video is from November 22, 2021. So the interest rates might be a little different, because if I was making a video about crypto.com, the interest rates have slightly went down. So just to give y'all full context.
Every single year. So if we do the calculations on that, let's pull it up. I'm gonna do the calculations all on screen so you guys can see it too, just so you guys don't gotta be like, is he telling the truth, or think I'm making up numbers. And I'm gonna keep track of all the numbers as well on my phone. So let's say I have 60,000. It's a little bit more than 60, but we'll say we have $60,000 in there, and it's paying out, why it's not moving, 6.27% every single year. So we need to calculate how much that is a month. So we're gonna do times 0.067 equals $4,020 every single year. So let's divide that by 12.
I was about to say, I know you're about to say a month, because that's not right.
There's 12 months in a year, so divided by 12, and it's basically paying me out $335 every single month. That's
$10 a day just for holding something. Like, that's your Starbucks coffee right there.
It's not absolutely amazing money, but it's money that I'm making while I'm sleeping. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Further on, the numbers are going to add up. I personally don't even know how much I make. I have kind of a scale of how much I think I make passively every single month, but I don't have an exact number, so this is going to be a surprise for us both. So let's hop into the next stream of income, and let me jot this number down. All right, so here is my next source of passive income that I am making with crypto.
See, that's crazy. He's got a whole bunch of things I've never even, like, him and Max, I've never even heard of these things. Like, so interesting.
So it is adding basically liquidity to these different pools, and they're paying me out some crazy high percentages. Now, I don't have a lot of money in these. I think in the max I have in one is $11,000, but it pays out up to, I think one of mine pay out like 140% every single year, which is absolutely amazing. The website is Radium. They have a bunch of different pools. If you just come right into here, I'm gonna go into farms. I'm gonna turn on staked only, but you see they have all of these different pools that you can go in. These are all liquidity pools. You're basically adding your crypto in here to provide liquidity for other people to do trades, and they're paying you out a percentage just for you doing that. They have one that's paying out 560% APY, one that's paying out 413% APY, 532. So they have some pretty crazy high percentages that they're paying out.
And I would look at that and just be careful, because I feel like some of those might be rug pulls. Like, it's no way. 560%? You put in $100, and in a year you get what? I don't even know how to calculate that.
For you to be able to add to these liquidity pools, but I'm going to turn on stake.
And I have been rug pulled in the stock market. Like, I probably lost, like, because the thing about me is, because my job pays me a decent amount of money, like, I don't like my money just sitting around not doing anything. So I'm putting it in stuff, and then you hear people giving out stock tips, and I'm just like, I'll put $500 in there. Matter of fact, I'll tell you right now how much money I lost doing that. Like, never again. Like, one of my buddies was giving me a whole bunch of stock tips. Oh my God, this account looks terrible. And I wish I could show y'all, but $100,000 coins, I've lost. Was it 100% Mizek? I don't even know what some of these things are. 140, 154, 152, 360. That's 5, 7, 9, 15, 2,000. About $2,000 worth of, like, just, you know, some people bet on sports. I just bet on stocks. Like, and if it's something that I'm serious about, if it's something that I'm not serious about, I might throw 250. Let's see, who was that? Might throw 250. Shout out to Mud Loss. I might throw $250 to $500 on something, like, and not do no research. But if I'm gonna put like some big money, like $2,000-$3,000 into something, then I'll do research. So yeah.
Staked only. I have a bunch of different ones in here. I'm doing Ray, Sol, Stars, USDC, Wolf's Ray.
End of the day, those losses is tax write-offs. Once I get rid of them, I gotta sell them. Like, I might sell them this year.
SYP Sol, Bop Ray. But my two biggest holdings are in Ray Sol and SYP Sol, so that's all we're gonna count. I have $5,000 in here as well, but I'm not gonna count that as of right now, because I don't plan on keeping that in there for months and months at a time. I'll probably keep it in there for one more month. I also have this, I have Wolf and Ray, and that has about $3,000 in it right now. But this one has $10,143 and it's paying out 47%.
Jesus Christ. But you hear him, he's like, I'm gonna keep it in there for a month. So it gotta be something like a rug pull or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I've never heard of some of these cryptos, and there's so many like, I've seen influencers start their own cryptocurrencies, and I'm like, how? Like, I could start a cryptocurrency just like Dogecoin. I could start a cryptocurrency, promote it, and sell it to all of y'all, and then Godspeed, maybe it get up to like, I can only get like 7 people on a live, so maybe I'll sell to 7 of y'all, and then rug pull y'all. Y'all all put $100 in there so I can take your little $700. I'm just kidding, obviously, but it would be nice. Y'all could pay for my drinks, but for a week.
APY. So let's do the math on that. I completely forgot the number already. $10,143 in there, and it's paying out 47% APY. So times 0.47 equals $4,767 every single year. So now we want to know how much we're making per month.
I thought it was gonna be. My numbers is off, because I thought, I mean, that's almost 50%. I thought he would at least make 2 G's off of that, if my math is right.
2 divided by 12 equals $397.26. So now that we have the calculations for how much we're making with Ray Sol, now let's go into SYP Sol and see how much we're making with 171% APY, well, APR. I have $9,000 in here as of right now. So let's do the calculations on that. 9,187 times, it's paying me out 171% APY. So times 1.71 equals, it's paying me out 15,709.
That makes no sense to me. Like, I don't see how a cryptocurrency could afford that. Like, I would really be cautious about something like that. Now, Juvair makes a lot of, I don't say he makes a lot of, he's not no Mr. Beast, but he's probably pulling in maybe views wise. I mean, when it was popping, probably doing probably like 10, 15 grand a month. So you got to be careful, because them losing $9,000 is a month worth of pay, and your average American, $10,000 would probably be 3-4 months of pay. So just be careful.
Dollars every single year. So let's get the monthly payout. $1,309 every single month from staking or adding our liquidity to the SYP Sol. So I'm gonna jot this down inside my phone, and we're gonna move on to my next source of passive income. Like I said, if you want to get into any of these different projects that I'm going to be talking about, I either have videos on them already, or you have to go and do your own research. I don't suggest doing all these, just hopping right into them just because you saw me do it. Please do your own research. I never just follow anybody that tweets about something.
Wow, this AC came back on. Listen, I don't want to say he lives with his parents, but I think he lives, well, he just got married. That's the video I'm doing on my dating channel, because he did just get married. But he, yeah, if he lost $10,000, $20,000, I don't think he'd miss it. Me, I got kids. I'd miss my little $20,000. So, yeah, do your own research, because I'm 100% sure some of these are rug pulls, especially offering this interest rate. You give me 10 grand and I tell you I'll give you a 200% interest rate, and you leaving your money in there, and when it comes time for you to withdraw it, it's not there. So you get 0% interest. So just be careful.
Or says to buy something. Do your own research, and if you feel comfortable enough in putting your money in this or investing in this, then hop into it. But let me jot this down, and I'll be back with my next source of income, passive income. Let's not forget the passive part. All right, so here is my next source of passive income. Klima, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Honestly, I'm not sure. Do not hold me to that, but we're gonna go with Klima because it just rolls off the tongue nicely. It is a DAO, basically project, just the same as Olympus DAO or Wonderland Time, which we're gonna get into a little bit later. But this one is on the Polygon network. It's currently paying off 38,960% APY. Keep in mind that is compounding interest. And as of right now, let's go to the app. As of right now, I'm staking, if it shows, 4.1683 Klima in here. So in order for me to see how much that is in US dollars, we're gonna take this, copy it, and we're gonna come over to cryptocurrency.com, type in Klima.
You don't even know how much it is. He got.
I'm gonna type in how much we have right here, and it'll tell us exactly how much it's worth. $6,265 I'm staking inside of Klima right now. And like I said, it's paying out 38,975% every single year. That's if I keep it in there. But we're just gonna go on how much it's making basically every month. Right here has a return on investment, a 5-day rate. So we're gonna use this number right here, and then we're gonna multiply that enough times for us to get 30 days out of the 5-day rate, if that makes sense. I feel like I said it a lot more complicated than I had to. I'm just gonna do the math right now because I'm talking too much. So we have $6,263 in here. So let's do the math. 6,262. We won't round it up. Then we're gonna times that by the percentage that it's paying out every single 5 days, which is 8.52 times 0.085. That's $532 every 5 days. And how many 5 days is in 30? 6, right? So we're gonna do 5 times, well, we're gonna do our number that we have because that's how much we're making every single 5 days. We need to figure out how much we're making in a month. So we're gonna do times 6 equals $3,193 every single month from Klima. So we're gonna write this down. Keep in mind it is compounding interest, so technically it is more than this every single month, but just for simple terms, I'm just gonna leave it at the 8.52% for every 5 days. So let me write this down, and then we're gonna hop into my next source of passive income. Boom, here we are, my next source of passive income, strong block nodes. Now, I made 2 videos about this actually last week and the week before. If you guys don't know what these are actually some great sources of passive income, but like I said, do not just take my word for it, do your own research on it. I personally love the project as a whole. I told you guys in my last video that I had 1 of them and I was thinking about buying 4 more, so I bought 4 more this morning. So now, as you see here, I have job replacement number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, because these are literally people's jobs and they're just being replaced by these nodes. So how we do the math on this, each of these strong nodes are paying out 0.1 strong token every.
Kels, you distracting me. I'm missing this whole situation. He's paying to replace people's jobs
every single day. So technically we're making 0.5.
Kels, you ain't distracting me. This is the liquor. I ain't gonna blame you.
Strong token every single day. So in order for us to get how much we're gonna make on a monthly basis, we need to find out what the price of each strong coin is. So let's type in strong, come here. Each strong token is worth $562 as of right now. Now, of course, all of these numbers that I'm saying in this video, they do vary. This is down 6%, but it could go up, it could go down. It's kind of an estimate on how much I'm making per month, but we'll go with the number that we have here, $562. So like I said, I'm getting paid 0.5 strong every single day. So technically I'm getting half of this every single day. So we can do the math on that. Let's do 562 divided by 2, because that's how much I'm making every single day, $281. Now let's times that by how many days are in a month. We're gonna go with a full month of 31 days. Actually, just go with 30 days, just to downplay it. So 281 times 30 equals $8,430 is how much I'm making passively through these strong nodes. Now, like I said, I personally enjoy strong nodes. I think it's a great project to be behind. If you need to learn more about the project, feel free to watch the video I did.
We gotta research that. I missed that whole situation, but $8,000 a month just.
The first ever video I did on strong block, or you can obviously do your own research. Go on YouTube, go on Twitter, go on Discord. Just do your own research, learn about a project, see if you want to invest in it. It is a heavy investment to get into if you don't have a lot of capital starting off. But if you do have a little bit of capital that you want to use to start off and start making some great passive income, these are a great source of passive income. So I'm going to write this number down. Then we're going to hop on to my final source of passive income, which is my biggest one. And it's what's buying me a Lamborghini in 3 seconds. Or not. So here we are, my final source of passive income through crypto. Now keep in mind, this is not my passive income outside of the whole crypto space. This is just my crypto passive income. And if you guessed it, you are a smart person. Time Wonderland. I love this project. I love the whole thing behind it. I love the community. I just love it overall. This is something that I've put my dad onto, my cousins onto, my uncle onto, my brothers, my sisters. I personally enjoy the project, and I think it's very, the way it's set up is just so strategically amazing that I don't know, I just love it. So we have to do the calculation on this, but first we have to see how much I have in here. I have 2.4, I'm just gonna copy this number, then we're gonna do the same thing we did for the strong tokens. So we have to go to Wonderland time. Each coin is sitting at around 8,983. So let's put on how much I'm actually staking as of right now. $21,979 worth of time are being staked right now, or MIMO, whichever one you want to call it, Wonderland. So in order for us to figure out how much this is paying me out every single month, I have to take this number, our ROI on the 5-day rate, which is 9.6. We're going to take that number and we're going to do all the same, the mathematical process we did with the Klima token. So we're getting paid 9.6% ROI every single 5 days. So let's take the number that we have here, which is $21,989. And we're going to times that by the 5-day ROI, which is 9.6 times 0.096 equals, it's paying me out $2,110 every single 5 days. So now we need to times that by 6 to see how much we're making on a monthly basis. Times 6 equals 12,665 big buckaroonies every single month. For doing nothing. I could be sitting here playing, I'm trying to grab my controller, sitting here playing my Xbox, you know what I'm saying, and just making money. That's almost a lot of money. Well, it is a lot of money. I was trying to figure out what it almost was. I was gonna say it was almost like $300 a day, but I honestly, how much is it a day? Divided by 30 equals 422 a day. That's pretty good. But I'm gonna add this number into my calculator, then I'm gonna give you guys a total amount that I've made or I'm making passively every single month. All right, so I've done the math and I am actually baffled. I don't think I've ever used that word in my entire life, but I feel like that's the only way I can express what I'm feeling. I'm not, if anybody knows me, I'm not a type of person to brag or try to show off or whatever like that. I'm simply just doing this video just to show you guys my different streams of income in the crypto space that's paying me out passively. I'm not here to be like, oh, I made $1 million in the past 3 days. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person to brag. It's just not in my personality. But if we add up all the numbers, I don't even know why I said all that. Why did I say that? I don't know, but if we add up all the numbers, Celsius, we were getting paid $335 every single month. Our liquidity pool with Ray and Soul in it was paying us $397 every single month. Our SYP Soul liquidity pool that we're in is paying us $1,309 every month. Klima is paying me $3,193 every single month. All my strong nodes are paying me $8,430 every single month. And last but not least, Wonderland is paying me $12,665 every single month. And that comes out to a whopping $26,329.
Nah, shout outs to him. That's mad bread. Just to do nothing. Like, that's crazy.
Dollars every single month. Passively, completely passively. I don't have to touch any of it. I don't have to do anything. Now, keep in mind, this number can vary. It can go up, it can go down. But as of right now, if everything stays the exact same, I will be making $26,329 every single month. I think that's like over $300,000 every single year. But I'm literally just saying all this. In the crypto space, I want you guys to understand, there's literally so much possibilities. There's obviously so much risk to it. So don't go putting all your money into this stuff, because most of the time, well, not most of the time, some of the time you can lose a lot of money and it won't work out. But in the crypto space, it's such a new space. There's so many different ways to make money rather than just holding Bitcoin for the rest of your life and hodling it until it hits $1 million. There's so many different ways where you can make money on top of holding your cryptocurrency. And if you want to use Celsius, like I was talking in the beginning, it pays you out some interest on top of the gains you make by holding your cryptocurrency. But that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Shout outs to him. I can't. $26,000. I think he's got like 100 G's invested or something like that. I can't even remember. I'm honestly gonna have to come back and actually watch the video myself, because that is crazy. $26,000 a month. Like, we can't beat that. So anyways, that's all I got for y'all. Hit the like, comment, share, subscribe. And Kels, yeah, definitely. There's a ton of videos on YouTube on how to do reactions. I taught myself how to edit, do all of these things online. So definitely look into it. I started off on my phone Matter of fact, I started off with my laptop, like with the camera. Then I went from that to a webcam and then to this setup. It didn't start off like with all of these gadgets and all of this stuff. So if you're serious about it and you really want to do YouTube, you can definitely get into it and start small and work your way up. I mean, some of the biggest creators, especially in the dating space, I don't know about the Jeremy from Financial Channels. This is my finance channel. He doesn't have anything special. He just has knowledge. Some people are just entertaining, and like you can spend thousands of dollars on equipment, but if you're boring, you're just boring. Like, and it is what it is. Like, obviously, I'm not like the star of the show because I'd have probably 1 million subscribers right now, and that's just life. But as long as you continue to work at things, you'll continue to grow, especially on YouTube. Friends don't believe that I can get rich off. That's why I told you start with a camera, start with your camera, and download some videos, do some reactions if you want to do gaming, and you can go from there. But I'm tired. I got to get up in the morning, so that's all I got for y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I holla. Dreams has always been vivid. I'm just trying to go get it. Catch me right around and